Welcome, dear friends. We back again. 18 to 49. This is my new voice. The fun thing here is that we're back again for another episode, but not only are we on audio, we're on video. Hi, everybody out there. I'm wearing my festive holiday colors. Leia's
Why don't you always do our intros?
Wait.
Why don't you always do our intros?
Because I like the way you do it sometimes, too. Alea's got her festive afro for the holiday season. I have my festive bun piece, my Coretta Scott King inspired hairstyle. For those who can't see me. I decided this is going to be my new 18 to 49 voice. Do a little head shake here. Anyway, hey, second video today, right? For those
or
who,
first,
depending on how are you watching this? I don't know. You should probably watch the TV ones first. I don't know. They're both fun.
We haven't done this one yet, but we know it's going to be fun.
It's going to be the best. We're only 1 minute and 10 seconds in, but I can already feel the magic. Clenching my butt cheeks together as if I'm taking a polygraph test right now. You had to watch the first video to know what we're talking about. That's how I'm going to hook you. Hey, but listen.
Oh.
It's the end of the year. Time to reflect. Not only have we talked about our top TV and film moments, we're coming in with some top pop culture viral sensation moments. We originally thought we were going to do top 10. I think we may have mentioned this on a previous episode where we were going to do top 10. But of course, in true 18 to 49 fashion, we can't pick only 10. Probably have about 50. No, honestly.
I have 8 and you have 45, so it balances out somewhere.
I probably do have 45. I even have an honorable mention category, as if I'm giving out awards.
Oh, God.
I got very excited about this. When you said we were going to do top moments, I thought it was a genius idea, and I got really amped.
I'm glad I could inspire you.
You do on a daily basis. You make me excited, and you inspire me to be a better person and to wear my Coretta Scott King bun.
Namaste.
Namaste, konnichiwa. So, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Let's just ping pong. Ready? I'm not going to do it yet. You're going to say something.
I think you should kick off since you have so many more.
Okay. I was holding a paddle up for those who can't see, and I was going to throw up a ball and ping it at Aaliyah, but I decided not to do it yet.
I don't know how to ping. Whatever. Just give a moment.
Okay. My top moment. It's not a top. I mean, this is in no particular order. Okay.
Yeah.
So
none of these things are.
Yeah, not even close. But oddly enough, this one came from our very first episode. It was when John Travolta called that poor young lady, Indina Menzel, from the Frozen business and that little song that all the people are singing. And now everybody's like, I can't get away from Frozen. When he called her on that award show. And now singing the hit song from Frozen, Adele Nazim.
And then we could all Travoltify ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That was great timing for starting our show. It just takes me back.
I was something Hayes's. Braden Hayes's. You were something, a ding something.
I don't remember.
Adeem. You were like Adeem Nazam or something like that. It was like almost like hers. It was like Adeem Nazim or.
It was close to hers.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was almost, what was it? Yeah, something like that. I can't think of it.
It was entertaining though.
Mm-hmm.
Travoltify.
Yeah, so that was like one of the best, I thought. That's how you open up the year.
That is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
but also that night, I guess ping-ponging, Ellen's selfie was like the most retweeted photo in history or something like that.
Did you make that up?
No.
Okay.
I think it was number 1 and maybe got eclipsed by something Obama put out, or Obama's is number 2. Something like that. The selfie was huge.
That's hilarious.
Everyone was in it. Mm-hmm. Even Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. I love that moment. And Kevin Spacey was in it. And every time I looked at the picture, I saw something new. So that was a great pop culture viral moment for me, 2014.
Everybody was in that photo.
I know.
At that same
Nyong'o's brother was in that photo.
She was in it too, right? Or only he made it?
I don't know, but he was in it for sure.
He was not playing around. He was like, you know what? My sisters made it, and so have I.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, as a moment, put down Happy at that same show. Did you see when Pharrell was performing Happy? Happy, of course, was one of the biggest things, I think, of a moment that happened where he was dancing with everyone.
He got Meryl Streep to dance, didn't he?
He did, and he danced with Lupita, and he danced with some other woman who's been in a lot of rom-coms.
I don't remember that, but I think if you can get Meryl Streep to get jiggy with you, top moment status.
I think so. She did like a shimmy thing with him. She did like a shimmy thing in here.
She did like a classy shimmy.
Yeah. And then Lupita got up and was like, yeah. She gave him a little Michael Jackson kind of very graceful thing. And then the other woman, whatever, that woman, she's been in like all the romantic comedies. I can't think of her name.
Comedies.
Something Adams or something.
Amy Adams?
With the red hair. Maybe. Yeah, whatever. She was dancing too. Someone was dancing, a woman. People weren't doing it. So yeah, everybody's excited. So I put that down as one of my moments. Because I thought it was pretty cool.
That was a good award show.
I think so. See, look how classy these moments are that I have for you.
I know. Wait, was the Ellen Selfie at the same show? Yes.
Oscars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oscars. Got it.
I like this. You're like, wait a minute.
Well, because at first I was like, it wasn't the Emmys. And I'm like, that wouldn't make sense because Brad and Angelina wouldn't be there. It was the Oscars.
Because the Emmys were not that fun.
The best part of the Emmys were our pre and post shows.
The best part of the Emmys were that and when it was over. When it was over so we can come back and be like, oh, God, did you see that show?
The best part of the Emmys was when the people from Samsung showed up at my door with a box of Orange is the New Black stuff, including handcuffs. That was the highlight of the Emmys. It was.
That was a highlight in my time as well because I learned about that afterward. And so it made the whole experience worth doing. Because the whole show was it's like, what is this? Are we just watching an episode of Breaking Bad? Because that's what I feel like we're doing. Let's just have you all reenact Breaking Bad.
What else is on your plentiful list?
Next up, I don't even know if this is from this year, but the Do It for the Vine. Is that from this year? Because I thought I Do It for the Vine, little girl.
I never saw that.
Are you serious? You remember? Do it for the vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. And she does a little dance. That was from this year.
Black girl, I assume.
Yeah, she was so cute. She was in a little ballerina leotard thing.
Maybe you showed it to me.
Yeah, it was awesome. So Do It for the Vine was huge because everybody was, I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the vine. And then they started doing that. Was from this year. And it was lovely. Everyone loved it. It was awesome. It was the greatest little vine thing. She was so cute. Had a little bun thing. And she was doing a little handshake thing.
You know who made my list?
Who did?
Remember our good friend Jeremy Meeks?
Yes. Prison Bay. Oh my God, how did I miss Jeremy Meeks? That is so
the beautiful
good.
Convict.
Yes. Prison Bay. They were calling him Prison Bay.
Yes, they were. The Black Twitter was.
Everybody was calling him Prison Bay. Even people who didn't understand what it was. They were like, Prison Bay. Yeah.
Women across the country were offering themselves up to this criminal because his mugshot was so fine.
It was really great.
It was really great. And probably one of the best mugshots of all time.
Of all time. I've never seen a better mugshot.
I loved when people took it and put him in designer clothes and on horses. And they just made him a model. It was great.
Yeah. It was the best. The Calvin Klein one was really good.
That was very good.
Let me tell you something. Some of these moments would not be as great as they really are if it weren't for the memes.
This is true.
The memes really just take everything to the next level. If you don't have a meme, you haven't made it. You're not viral until you get a meme. Because I save the memes. Do you keep them?
I do sometimes. And it's always after I've closed them and wish that I had saved them.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I just have a whole album of memes. And then I keep them and I use them different times. My favorite is this new one I have of a cat. The cat has his hand in front of its mouth and it's looking very shocked. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. That's the one I'm sending to people. You haven't done anything yet to deserve that meme. But, shock me and you'll get it.
Black.
Shock me and you'll get it. My next moment is, this is one that was early on in our show as well. It was hitting the nay-nay. If you remember, the nay-nay was a big thing here.
I remember. It definitely doesn't make my list, but...
Well, it was huge. Everyone was hitting the nay-nay from all over the place. Golf teams. They were doing it at football games. It actually made...
Did you see a YouTube video where someone did it in church? like Nene the Devil Away or something.
Okay, that's when I'm finished.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, you got a Nene, and then like this little kid off to the side is like doing it, and I'm like, this is not happening right now. I just saw that like last week. Hopefully I bookmarked it. And I can send
Nene the Devil Away
on our Facebook page. Yeah, it was like Nene the Devil Away or something like that. And I'm like, this is not happening.
You know what though? You can Nene the Devil Away because your hand is up in the air and then you can slap the devil out. Just like you shake the devil out, slap the devil out. You know that popular Christian song. You don't look moved. You don't know Shake the Devil Out?
No.
Shake the devil out. You never heard this?
No.
Oh, God.
That was not in my Sunday school.
Well, slap the devil out. Along with hitting the Nene, another one that was very popular is the yeet. That came after the Nene, so it was the...
What?
So it was, wah, yeet. And it was this like little kid with a machine gun thing, and he was doing these dance moves on Vine, and he was doing all this, and they would say yeet. That was another popular thing. Don't worry. Some people know this, some people don't. Now you know, hitting the Nene and yeeting was a big deal.
You know who I remember?
Who?
Our friend Mimi and her curved shower rod. And then a week later...
That was fantastic.
And then a week later, I went and I stayed in a hotel with a curved shower rod, and I had to immediately send you a picture. Oh, Mimi. Why?
Oh, Mimi Faust. The fact that little video... And the best part of it, too, is she was saying, I don't know how that leaked. And it was so professionally done. And then with like clips that were clearly edited together with different sound effects and music and everything. And she was like, it got leaked and I feel so bad. And I don't watch those kind of reality shows, so I don't know what really happened on the show, but I just know it was ridiculous. And then people were actually trying to figure out how to do those things with the shower curtains. And there was a picture of this girl who did it and she fell in the shower and the shower was like, it was bad news.
And they were saying that the rods were selling out at Home Depot. I'm like, that's just extra.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was a really good moment. I'm glad you have that one down. My next one, I'm just going in order of my list. My next one is Delivered.
That was actually one of the first ones I wrote down.
Because...
And I had to rewatch it today just because.
Oh, my goodness. My favorite was the cartoon.
The cartoon was the best.
The cartoon was hilarious when they had him on the iceberg, right? And I don't like I will not carry a purse. The whole thing, when he was like, when he was on top of the iceberg with the penguins, I just lost it.
I didn't catch until today that when he says makeup, he touches his face. And he's like, I will not wear makeup.
Yeah, I will not carry a purse.
The video, they showed him doing like getting turned up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, missed that. You see something new every time.
You should do.
But the organization that originally put it up, they took the video down.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it can't find it through them anymore. Now it's all other people who like took it.
Of course. Well, yeah, they don't want it to be associated with. I think because they learned that he was kind of off a little bit, and then he's also supposed to be a writer or something. And then somebody caught him at one of the Ferguson protests wearing like this mink, like Dej Loaf type of coat, and they're like, "You look really fancy in that coat, or what have you?" And he was like, "Yeah, I can afford things like this." And he did some kind of strange like rub down on his coat. It was really weird. It was really weird.
But everything, again, that came out of that was fantastic.
Magic.
We wouldn't have had that cartoon if not for
we would not
delivered more.
No, and he was delivered more, and we would not have had that wonderful artwork that was associated with our episode release had he not done such a thing. Delivered.
One of the pop culture highlights, I'd say.
Of course.
One of the top. This is not a moment, but just something that carried me through a good chunk of the year until about October. Like basically everything Chris Maloney put on social media. Yeah. Maloney Mondays. He pretty much slowed things down after October because he probably realized the poison that Facebook is. But through a good portion of the year, I had him on notifications and I was just getting all of them. Loved all of it. You were supposed to faithfully continue Maloney Mondays. I know. I think it's better to do it now that he's not posting every day. Mm-hmm. Because it's kind of like from the archives, like pulling up something that you may have not seen. Okay. You know? I think you should bring it back. I think he's now given me this window. He has gifted me with this opportunity to spread his message.
Exactly. And he's waiting. Because we've been talking about Maloney Mondays, and you were doing it.
I was.
And then something happened. And then
got sidetracked with Idris. And then, And
then now it's time.
Yeah. It's time. Time has come.
It is. Add that to your vision board. Put a Maloney photo in the M.
Watch me take this Sharpie and write it over here.
Write it on your vision board. You don't have a vision board until you write Maloney Mondays on it. 2015, Maloney Mondays.
I just wrote Maloney Mondays.
Seal the deal with a Sharpie.
Yep.
Can't erase that.
Nope.
Not even if you tried.
Nope.
My next one was I'm Legally Blind. P.O.P. Hold it down. Frank D's We All Good. Donna Goodo. Mama, I love you.
Remember, I didn't know who she was.
P.O.P.
I still don't understand.
Hold it down. That's how she said it. That's my favorite part. Hold it down. You didn't see it?
No.
You did. I sent the clip.
I didn't understand what I was watching. There were like a bunch of guys, and I'm like, who is Donna? It was very confusing, so I stopped watching.
Because they were like, sir. And she said, I'm from Port Arthur, and I'm a female. And then they said, barely. There were so many memes. I'm legally blind. I wasn't driving that car. I'm legally blind. But the best one was Mama, I love you. P.O.P. Hold it down. Because throughout she's crying and also talking at the same time. Like trying to be hard. Like, no, man, we out here. And it was P.O.P. Hold it down.
You may need to send me that again because I completely missed it.
And then she's getting in the car. She's like, Frank D's all good, baby. Pepper squad, baby for life. In the car. Crying like this, Trying to act hard and crying at the same time. It's like it's impossible, Donna Goodo.
What I did watch that you sent my way was Auntie Fee or whatever her name is.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's cooking with Auntie Fee.
Yep.
For the kids and ish.
That was pretty entertaining.
She's hilarious. She's all over the place now. Steve Harvey, Jimmy Kimmel.
I saw her on Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Fallon. Everybody wants Auntie Fee. She's got new videos out too. She's making things.
I subscribed.
Wise decision. Her nephew films him or whatever, and he does a poor job. I did hold the camera right here. Didn't you hear me? Love Auntie Fee. Way to go, Auntie Fee.
She's great.
Ooh, this is what else I have. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Solange, Elevator.
Yeah, I had that too.
Let me tell you what made this moment great for me because the elevator fight, all that. Okay. What made this moment great for me was, you're going to be very shocked that I'm saying this, Saturday Night Live. With that, Maya Rudolph came on and did Beyonce, and I almost lost it. Actually, I did lose it.
I don't think I saw that.
Yes, you did.
I did?
So it's, what's his name? Keenan? What's the guy's name? Keenan and Kel? Which one is he? The one that's on the show. Is it Keenan? Yeah.
The round one?
Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah.
Keenan Thompson? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Keenan kid's in it. He's acting like her bodyguard person. Mm-hmm. Supposed to be Jay Farrow is playing Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. The new woman who's on the show, the new black woman, is playing Solange. And then Maya Randolph comes out and she's like, y'all looking for me? It's Beyonce. Bye. Bye. Oh, bye. You don't remember this?
No.
It was so freaking hilarious. And she's like, I heard y'all had a picture of us. It was so good. I watched it so many times. That was the best part of it.
Oh, it wasn't in the elevator.
No, it was them as an interview.
Them talking.
Yeah, like some kind of interview. And then you remember there was
like a recreation of the elevator scene.
Well,
like,
No, there was a clip. Do you remember? There was a clip and they were showing the elevator footage. And she was like, what y'all don't understand, this is the Solange girl, what y'all don't understand is that he had a spider on him. Watch the footage. And it was them like, he's like, get the spider off of me. Oh, Solange, I love you.
Oh,
she's like, the spider's
right.
back. And then she was like, foot 5 when she kicked him.
Foot 5. That's right.
Foot 5.
She should have said foot 5 so I remember.
Yeah.
That was in the show notes of one of our episodes. Foot 5s all around.
That's it.
I guess another good moment would actually be Solange's like wedding photo. That even snatched my edges. I mean,
yeah. That's why I'm wearing this headband today. Because they're just now coming back in. Yeah, I'm telling you, that wedding photo, that whole wedding. The whole thing. I mean, riding up on those little cruisers, bicycles, the jumpsuit.
Love it.
Him and his all white. They look like some heavenly realm cherubim
Black people look really good in white.
angel things. Okay, but then the sad thing that came from that is anybody else that tried to recreate that image, especially those girls that were on the steps at Applebee's or Chili's or Bennigan's or whatever they were doing. You didn't see this?
No.
It was like some girls and her friends, and I guess they were like, let's recreate that Solange photo from the wedding, girl. You know we gonna make that look real good. Yeah, so quick, you get up there on the tab. Matrika, you get there on the bottom. It was so bad. And they were just all standing there, and it just was not, I mean, And then somebody else tried to recreate it with their like great grandmother, grandmother, like all these elders, and then these different age people, and they tried to do the stagger thing. Like, I don't know if this was like supposed to be like the family tree, legacy of love, or whatever.
Beyonce in that photo.
The best too is nobody saw Janelle Monáe. We're like, hey, is that Janelle Monáe?
Every time someone recreates it, they always forget the one really excited, smiling person.
Exactly,
it's Janelle Monáe.
Right. Well, and then when they put Dej Loaf in it, because.
And I didn't get the humor because I didn't understand who he was.
It's a woman.
Oh, Dej Loaf is a woman. I still don't understand who Dej Loaf is then. I don't know.
I love this though. You're like, I didn't understand humor because I don't know who he is. So Dej Loaf is a woman. She has a song called Try Me. She says family. Anyway, it's a rap song.
Okay.
So Dej Loaf went to 106 in Park before 106 in Park went off the air recently and was wearing like all white. And so they created all these memes. That's another good moment. They created all these memes for Dej Loaf. Like when your auntie finally hits the lotto, or when your auntie's about to go to the club after she comes from church. She's wearing all white, this all white mink. It's like when your uncle died and the auntie take over the drug business. I remember
seeing her in the picture.
Yeah. Well, she's not in the real picture. It's just the...
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, she didn't make it to the wedding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Flight delayed.
No invite.
I was trying to be nice.
No invite. Just like Beyonce. That was a big moment. Beyonce and Jay-Z not going to Kim and Kanye's wedding.
And the world cried.
I didn't. Ooh, I bet we have the same person on our list.
Who?
Little Noah Ritter.
I adore him.
Apparently.
And he was just as great when he was on Ellen.
It was like, as if he didn't change.
You just know that that's him. And she asked if he had a new word. And did he say it was supposedly?
I think he did.
I forget what his new word was. I think it was supposedly. But it's just like, kid, I'm not sure you could get any better. And she had a couple clips with him. She sent him to like some dinosaur museum.
That was the best.
Dinosaurs. And the dinosaur sneezed on him.
Yeah. I want to be a paleo. My favorite segment says paleontologist because they said he was on Michael Strahan and the other woman. They were interviewing him.
Kelly and Michael.
Yeah, whatever. But I feel like he was on something else. But they asked him.
Good Morning America, I think.
Was that it? Okay. But they said he was like, you're so good. Would you ever want to be on TV? He's like, no, I want to be a paleontologist. That's how he says it. Paleontologist.
I love him.
Just like when he said Powerball. What's Grandpa wants to watch the Powerball.
I adore him. And the other little boy I love is, we talked about this on one of our shows, but worth repeating, was the little boy who was really exasperated.
Oh, he was so exasperated.
That his mother wanted to have more children.
I
think rightly so. You know, he's just like, Mom, keep it in check.
He's like, you got 2 kids right here. He was so upset.
He was very upset.
Wait, is this the year of Linda or Linda was last year?
I don't know, but it's funny enough that...
Linda, lady. Listen, please, Linda. Love that kid.
Love him. That was pretty great.
He was on Ellen as well.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, but he wasn't... I mean, Noah was on Ellen by himself. You know, He could sit there and he could hold he's a ham. He could hold the stage. The Linda boy had his mother there and he barely said anything.
Yeah.
But Noah's ready for this. I mean, he's ready for the screen.
Yeah.
He needs to be a regular reporter for Ellen.
But Linda boy, it was amazing how many people were so offended. It's like, clearly this kid is just repeating what he's heard. He's not actually being disrespectful.
Are you serious? Why were they offended?
People were just like, who would let their kid talk to them that way? I'm like... He was
so cute and crazy.
Like, he probably calls his mother Linda because he's heard someone else call her Linda. Like, kids are parrots.
Right.
People, I don't know.
Well, the story behind it is that they were at Disneyland or something, and some little kid got lost, and the kid didn't know the mother's first or last name or the dad's name. And so the kid was just sitting there crying and didn't know how to find his. They were like, what's your mom and dad's name? And just said mommy and daddy. So the kid can't find their parents. So she said that she wanted to make sure that her kid knew her first and last name, just in case he ever got lost. So that's why he knows her name is Linda. And he probably has heard everybody call her honey or baby or whatever else. It's not being disrespectful. He was so cute and hilarious.
So funny. Probably not this year, but it doesn't matter.
Who cares? Let's talk about him again.
And like late in the year, it was a good year for kids. Little Nutella girl. I just love her.
She was just like last week.
I know, but she's still fresh in my mind with her little curls.
I agree with you.
Chocolate all over her face.
Wait, is my little boy this year too? The 3-year-old that I like that's rapping? Boo, 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 boo. You remember the one I posted?
No, but
wasn't he the cutest?
He got viral again this year. He got another.
Okay. He got another one. Yeah, because he was before. I think he was like a couple years back and he came back around. But the little boo boo bee boo, rap it on beat and all. Little British kid. So cute.
Another one of my favorite little kids was, and I don't know if I ever posted it on our page because this was before you could like easily save links on Facebook, which is like the biggest blessing and curse of my life in 2014. But the little boy who had like one or both of his legs amputated or whatever, and he has the little walker and everyone's trying to help him. And he's like, I got it. And it's just like, he's the cutest.
You did post this.
And he makes you feel like I have no problems in life.
You've got it.
You've got it.
That's the message.
I was having a bad week, and that whole week, every morning I would just watch that.
And you said, I got it.
Yep. Because how can you not?
If this kid's got it, I got it.
Love him.
Big ups, little kid.
Yep.
This is our big ups sign, I guess, because you just did it. Big ups, little kid. Oh, what else do I have? Bam. Ready?
Yeah.
This is another Beyonce moment.
You're killing me.
Only because Beyonce dropped her album. No one saw it coming.
That was in 2013.
Then we got that. What?
That was in December.
Still, it happened. It carried over. Why? Because we got the agency clip.
That was great.
When did it come out?
The album?
Yeah.
December.
Was it?
Yeah.
I feel like we can bring that into January of this year then.
If you'd like.
Then we got Surfboard and Watermelon. We talked about that a lot this year. This year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We got those.
We got those two things.
And then I got angry last week because she came out with 7-Eleven and people acted like...
You're still mad about it, obviously.
She just did... Yeah.
You can't get... You're still angry.
I was just like, do you not... Anyway. People are stupid.
Oh my God, did y'all know that Beyonce used her iPhone 6 to record this video and edited it with iMovie?
In all her free time. People. Anyway.
Silent. That moment of silence was for anyone who believed that she edited that with iMovie and did it with her iPhone 6 or Final Cut Pro.
We're praying for you in that silent moment. But yes, the agency was hilarious.
It sure was.
That was probably like the only good thing that SNL did this year.
No, they did the other one too. The elevator. That was a funny one.
So they only win basically when Beyonce's involved. I feel like they only win when Beyonce's involved or when Justin Timberlake is on. Because he is hilarious on SNL.
He's really good. Well, they won a little bit too when Drake was on this year. Do you remember? Drake did a pretty good job.
I only saw clips. I never got to see the whole thing.
I didn't watch the whole thing either. I only watched clips. He won on those clips.
Well, I DVR'd it, so my intent was to watch the whole episode, but I didn't.
What else do you have?
Between Two Ferns with Brad Pitt was hysterical.
It was really good.
I watched it like 3 times in a row and it got funnier each time. And then I went to my co-working peeps and I was like, I'm sorry, but we have to take a 5-minute break and watch this. And they stood behind me and watched it and laughed hysterically.
Because it's good.
I think it's the best Between Two Ferns. I think Obama's was the best. And then this eclipsed it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
so good.
So hilarious. What does it feel like to live in your wife's shadow? If Brad Pitt didn't keep the same demeanor the whole thing, then it would have messed the whole thing up. But the fact that he just kept his face and he was just in utter... I mean, the reactions were so good.
Very good.
And then Louis C.K., I don't even understand why he came out. It's just like, hey, let's bring out Louis C.K. And it's like,
Like, really? Oh,
Why is he coming out?
wasn't expecting that.
What do we need him for?
Hands down, the best Between Two Ferns.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
That.
And then I didn't even know about Between Two Ferns until you were like, have you seen this? And I was like, what? What is Between Two Ferns? I thought it was some kind of Sundance thing.
That's probably the feel where he was going with that name. And I was watching it again on YouTube before we recorded today. Mm-hmm. Someone in the comments was like, oh my God, I just got that it's called Between Two Ferns and they're sitting in between two ferns. This person was like, I'm really slow. I'm like, that's when you don't leave a comment on YouTube.
You don't even write that down. Like, nobody would have even known if you didn't say anything. No. You could have kept that to yourself, because I saw the ferns and I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. I also wrote down Donald Sterling and Paula Deen.
I sort of had Donald Sterling, but I'm like, is that a moment? Is that a...
It's a moment, because that was nuts. Both of those people went nuts.
Was Paula Deen this year?
I don't know, but I wrote her down too, because if she wasn't, she needs to be mentioned again, because she went nuts too. She may have been last year. Or 3 years ago. I don't know, but I wrote her down because I feel like they both are one and the same. Well, Donald Sterling, in that interview that he did with Anderson Cooper, I remember just sitting there looking and just thinking, stop.
I'm kind of glad.
I was like, stop talking, sir. And all I could do was just laugh, because it was so sad. He was just like, 1 minute he was like, I can't believe they're saying this about me. I love these people. I feed these people. And then he goes, but they are lazy. And it was just so weird. It was like, yes, it was just so strange. Like he was, it was almost like it was just these extremes, like these polar opposites. Like he was so ashamed and so sad and so apologetic on one hand. And then he would just go off on the other hand. Like he started going off about, he's like, Magic Johnson, I never would mean to hurt him with these words, but he never does anything for people. All he has those movie that he just was going. It was just so weird. In Anderson Cooper's, the best part of the whole thing was Anderson Cooper's reactions, because he was sitting there and he just was looking so perplexed and shocked, and he couldn't believe it, and he just was shaking his head and he just was tilting it back and forth like, I just can't even believe this is happening.
I love Anderson Cooper.
Anderson Cooper's looking at, so do you mean to tell me? He's very confused, like, are you sure? Okay, I just, that kind of smile and strange look. So yeah, it was almost like Oprah, when Oprah gave Raven she was trying to give Raven that pass, that help, like, hey, Ray, are you sure you want to say that, girl? Because the Twitters is gonna go crazy. Okay, all right, are you sure? Hey, don't do it, girl. Stop. Too late. That's what it was like. That was another moment too that just happened, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. I still haven't watched that, but I don't feel like I need to.
No, I mean, I
feel like the internet summarized it enough.
Sure did. You sure did. Just go check the hashtags. Can't remember what the hashtags were, but they were really great. There have been some really great hashtags. That should be a moment as well. Great hashtags and memes. I already said memes.
So many great hashtags this year.
Thank goodness for the hashtags.
Lifetime movies be like. What were some other good ones? I feel like we talked about something in a show.
We did.
There were some outstanding.
We did. There have been a ton.
Yeah.
That I can't even think. I need to start keeping a real list.
Yeah.
Seriously. But that's from our All the Funny Things website.
We have a resolution for 2015.
Yeah. I also had to mention my boyfriend, Idris, and a couple of events. The first being his bow tie photo. Idris set the internet in flames every time he did anything. When he rolled with that little ab rolling thing, machine thing. When he had his bow tie on and said, my bow, whatever he said about his genitalia and the bow tie. Do you remember? The whole bow tie thing? We were like, my bow makes my, okay.
Yeah.
Every time I smile, my bow makes, and I was like, but it's Idris, so I'm just kind of like, oh, what? It was weird. I know I did, but it was strange. I was like, this is so bizarre. What do you mean? Why does that happen to you? From anatomically, is it tickling your neck or something? What's going on here? Is that what you like? A little neck tickle? Anyway, sorry. And then this leads me into a little neck tickle for the dill pickle that just came to me. That was really good. Anyone listening, I mean, seriously, that should make you laugh, because that's a good one. Okay, this leads into my next comment really well because the next one was the mic cord that all the women's. Do you remember when everyone went crazy because of photograph? You tagged me in the photograph, by the way.
I did tag you in the photograph.
Because everybody's
I knew you'd appreciate it, and people thought that it was his Johnson.
Thought it was the deal, Paco.
It set the internet ablaze for like a week until he was like, that's very flattering, but...
It's a mic cord. Whatever. I feel like that picture inspired Eggplant Fridays, but I'm going to stop there.
Eggplant Fridays?
Don't. Okay. If you go to... Mm-hmm. There's an eggplant emoticon, right?
No.
Okay. On your phone, if you have emoticons, there's an eggplant emoticon. If you go to Instagram and type in Eggplant Fridays, just prepare yourself.
Dropped my phone.
You should wait until we get off the show. Yeah, it's just kind of like, okay, everyone.
Mm-mm.
That's one of the hashtags of this year. And then, let's see, what else do I have here? What else do I have? Oh, Ice Bucket Challenge. Everybody wanted that to go away, but it happened.
I like to pretend that didn't happen.
Okay, well, it did. Raised a lot of money for ALS. We hope. We hope it did.
Oh.
The other thing I wrote down, Serial podcast.
I have not listened to it yet. So
I'm not going to say a word to ruin it for you.
But it definitely brought podcasting to the forefront for a huge chunk of people who were still unaware of podcasts.
Serial has changed the game. Let me tell you why I love it. It is fantastic storytelling. It takes it back to what is I don't know the whole reference, but when people thought they were real aliens attacking the Earth, when was it War of the Worlds? What was everyone listening to back in the 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, whenever we first got radios?
Before TV.
Before TVs. What was this? Was it War of the Worlds?
Something like that.
Okay, bam. Look at me. At least I know something.
I said something like that.
That's all right. I'm going to take it as fact.
Close enough.
Listen, I don't have to know the real answers to things. It's going to illustrate my point. The point is that brought storytelling back to radio form, I think. This podcast. Not single-handedly, but I think it has done that. So if you listen to it, it's fabulous. I can't wait till you listen, Aaliyah.
I will listen before the new year.
I feel like we can even have a whole show where we talk about the podcast. That's how good it is.
We can do that.
Bam.
No shows will be back when we come back from holiday break.
That's exactly right. Maybe you should listen to it then. They're only like 30 minutes. They're really good.
And I can binge listen.
Let me tell you something. I will listen to it again. That's how good it is. Sarah Cohen, I don't know. All these people, really good.
All right.
Adnan, Jay, hey. Those are characters on the show.
Oh.
They're not characters, they're real people. You just listen. And then I have some terminology. This year we learned about bae. We learned about thoughts. We learned about turning up. And we learned about eyebrows being on flick.
I'm not going to even ask what it means. I still don't understand.
On point. My eyebrows on flick. On point.
Why do people take that and run with it?
I don't know. I said it one time.
You did. And I'm like, what does that mean?
I said it right, too, so I was really proud. It's kind of like, I was around, what? I said it, too. I said it so I work with these kids, I said it around the kids, and they were like, what do you know about this? And I said it right, so they were really shocked. Gave me 10 cool points with the teenagers.
Cool points.
Mm-hmm. You see what I did there?
Good thing they don't watch this because they may snatch your points back.
They should. I said cool points. When's the last time you heard anybody say cool points?
Oh, gosh.
I added someone to an honorable mention list only because she's me now. When I was her age, Madison. Who? Madison in the library.
No, she's not you because she's me.
She is both of us.
Love her.
I am so excited about this library and these books.
The world needs books.
What is my name? Madison. Read it on my sweater, Dumbo. It's like, please. Madison, boo. Ask me the questions that matter. That's what I feel like she wanted to say. Ask me the questions that matter and that aren't already written on my shirt. Check out this embroidering. Do you think this happened last night? No.
I love her. And then I saw a little free library. I've seen them before, but I saw one by my client's house. And I wondered how long it had been there because I've had this client for like 4 years. So I don't know if the little free library is new or not. But it made me want to stick some books inside. But I don't drive around with books in my car. So next time I will be putting some books in that little free library. I may take one as well. We'll see.
Yeah.
I have so many books that I never take from them because it doesn't feel right.
Well, according to Madison, she has enough books to fill all the little free libraries. She has so many books that it's just getting outrageous. I feel like Madison...
She's living my life.
I think she's going to make a comeback because I don't think that video didn't circulate enough and she didn't get the recognition that she deserves. So my hope is that she will get the attention she needs because she was phenomenal.
I love her. She's me reincarnated, though I'm not dead yet.
That's what I was to say. What? I'm going to come back as Wait, she's already alive and I'm not dead.
Do you have any other interesting moments? Because my other two are depressing.
Are you going to talk about who died?
Yeah, just like the Oscars. We don't have to talk about death.
That's okay.
We know who died.
I know. I feel like you're going to go, this is what I feel like you're about to do. Ready? You had two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Robin Williams, Maya Angelou.
Yeah. But I didn't want to end on death, so I wanted to make sure you could bring us back up at the
Why
end.
don't you do Philip Seymour Hoffman?
I appreciated his acting. Mm-hmm. I liked a lot of films he was in.
Mm-hmm.
There was just something about it that didn't have quite the same impact. I think on a worldwide, like a wide scale.
Okay.
I think a lot of people who watched, his movies or people in the industry definitely felt the impact.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely super sad. But I feel like Maya Angelou was like, even if you haven't watched a movie in the last 20 years, you know Maya Angelou. Even if you haven't watched a movie in the last 20 years, you know Robin Williams. Like, you know him from TV, stand-up comedy, all the things he did.
Hook. Where's the hook?
That. So those just felt like big. They just felt big.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a podcast episode like the day Maya Angelou died.
And I went to go see X-Men Days of Future Past that same day. And on that day, Solar Bombers was on our show. And that was one of the greatest episodes that we've ever done. Yeah.
So that was like a big day.
And we talked about black sneakers, New Balance.
And shame.
We
got you to agree to watch Mad Men, which you haven't watched yet.
No, because I've watched so many of these other shows. When will I have time?
We're going to have to create plans for each other. For me to watch your things and for you to watch one of mine. And I'm almost...
Wait a minute. Pause. One of yours? Because didn't I watch Masters of Sex? Yeah.
But that was last year, and now it's one of yours.
That's right. That's how you tricked me.
But I feel like if I had to pick one, we're getting into TV now, but if I had to pick one, I'd have you watch Mad Men so you could be caught up for when it ends. And that's the only reason I'd say, like, if it was one thing, I'd pick that.
And I still have to watch The Wire, and so do you.
So do I.
So, I mean... I don't know.
But The Wire isn't mine.
I mean, I feel like The Wire is America's.
It is.
I mean, because like every time we say we haven't seen The Wire, everybody's like, you haven't done what? It's almost like I said I haven't, like I don't know how to like walk or
But now I almost feel even more motivated after Dominic West on The Affair. And again, we're getting into TV, but this is 18 to 49. And
we can talk about whatever we want. You guys like it.
The Wire is a phenomenon.
It is. Well, The Wire will come back all the time because Idris Elba, anytime you talk about Idris Elba, you have to talk about The Wire.
Yeah.
You have to talk about The Wire. That's how I said it.
So it all comes full circle.
It sure does. Just like 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
I love that game.
Mm-hmm. I was about to go there somewhere with Idris, but I can't, so I stopped. I was about to be like, Idris knows. Okay, never mind.
You're very close to Idris.
Who is?
You.
Not close enough.
We have very few degrees of separation from Idris now.
I know.
Thanks to our friend Brittany Danielle.
Who was on the show.
Yep.
We need to bring her back so she can talk more about some things. She talks about things. Oh my God. How did I not talk about Married at First Sight on the other episode show? My God. Everybody, Married at First Sight. That's it.
I'm going to do my arrows again, telling people to click and watch our 2014 movie and TV wrap-up episode.
Wrap up.
We don't know where the button's going to be, but there'll be a button somewhere.
I don't know how those buttons work either. Whoever does.
We're going to learn some things.
People are so fancy with these YouTube videos.
Look, if the kids can do it, we can do it. If he's got it, we've got it.
Toddy Rockstar does them. Everybody does them. Everybody does these things. Buttons and all this fun stuff. Little animations.
Oh,
it's time for you to do the spiel.
I think next year we will keep better track of all these moments because there are going to be so many.
I can already feel it. I feel like there's going to be a moment as soon as we get off this thing.
I know. And then we'll be like, oh, we should have waited to record because we missed some moment.
I'm going to say no. This right now is the most perfect thing could have ever happened.
There will be no more moments in 2014.
No. Not. I mean, there will be, but not any that need to be talked about on the show. It's only like a week left, so.
Oh, my God. Well, that's it for the year.
Sure is. Sorry, I got distracted.
You know, it needs to happen.
I got distracted again, sorry.
My mom came in earlier in our 18 to 49. I think it was like when Abe was first on. Now you're getting interrupted.
That's all right.
We come full circle.
And then you had Juice too, do you remember?
I did have Juice. Someone knocked on my door. We had like
podcaster. It was the best part of the episode.
We've had a big year.
We have had a big year. Thank you all for listening and watching.
All of the above.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find us. This is a wrap up. You can find us at 18to49podcast.com. You can email us 18to49podcast@gmail.com. We're on Facebook. 18 to 49. Someone over there on your end is real excited that we're on Facebook.
Yeah, everybody is. It's like, oh, yes.
We're on Twitter, 18 to 49 podcast. Say hello. We love hearing from you.
That's the tweet bird.
I know. We'll be back in 2015, probably talking about cereal, the podcast, not the breakfast food.
We can talk about both.
We could talk about, I love cereal. And
too.
And then we'll talk about more shows when shows come back. And we may even talk about more movies because we'll have Movie Pass binged. So 2015 is going to be awesome. And we're going to do something really special for our 50th episode.
Oh my God, our 50th episode. Can you believe such things?
Woo!
Woo!
That's it for 2014.
And we're out of here.